Hello students, I welcome you again for this lecture on the first unit, Uncle Podger Hangs a Picture by Jerome K. Jerome. In this short lecture, we'll talk about the biographical details of the writer, the actual story, the important incidents, the important characters, important techniques used in the story, and also we'll talk about some other elements of the story. I hope you will enjoy it. Uncle Podger Hangs a Picture is the first lesson from the literature component written by Jerome K. Jerome. Jerome K. Jerome was born in Caldmore, Walsall in England. He was born in 1859 and died in 1927. Jerome began his career in theatre as an actor, and in 1885 he published a volume of humorous pieces of writing about the theatre called On the Stage and Off. Its success prompted him to publish Idle Thoughts of an Idle Fellow, a collection of humorous essays that established his reputation as a writer. But he is best remembered for his comic novel, Three Men in a Boat. It was written after his honeymoon on the river Thames. It is the story of three young men and their dog who take a rowing holiday on the Thames. And the novel becomes such a success that boating on the river became a popular pastime. And this book has this book has remained in print since 1889, and in 1892 Jerome and some of his friends founded a humorous magazine, The Idler, which published work by writers such as W. W. Jacobs and Mark Twain. Uncle Podger Hangs a Picture is an extract from the chapter number 3 of Jerome K. Jerome's novel, Three Men in a Boat. It presents the funny and fuzzy character of Uncle Podger. This story presents Jerome K. Jerome's ability to draw humor from mundane and everyday situations. Uncle Podger has a daughter and three sons, and when the story begins, the picture has arrived from the frame maker, and Mrs. Podger, Uncle Podger's wife, reminds her husband that he should get someone to hang the picture. But Uncle Podger himself takes the responsibility and decides to hang it on the wall. Then what has happened? The whole story is about this, you know, Uncle Podger's task of hanging picture on the wall. What he does, how he involves every member of the family, whether he is successful in hanging the picture on the wall. The whole story is about this situation. Here you could see the actual story on the screen. The first line of the story itself sets the mood of the story. I'm going to read the first line. You never saw such a commotion up and down a house. in all your life as when my uncle Podger undertook to do a job. So this first line helps to create our perception about Uncle Podger. It also presents the character of Uncle Podger, how he is funny and fuzzy. You know that in the beginning, Uncle Podger has been asked by his wife to hang a picture on the wall. And Uncle Podger takes the responsibility and that he involves the whole family in putting up the picture on the wall. He sends the girl out for 6 pennorth of nails. Then boy is after her to tell what size to get. And then another boy for bringing hammer. Then he sends Tom for getting step ladder, kitchen chair, and also sends to Mrs. and Mr. Goggles for conveying his regard to them after their accident. So one by one he involves the whole family into it. Different tasks are assigned to the family members. So if you see the beginning of the story, it not only presents the central character of Uncle Podger, but it also introduces other minor characters of the story. They are daughter and sons of Uncle Podger, his wife Maria, and also the setting of the story is introduced. It is taking place in the house of Uncle Podger. And the main theme of the story, it is presented in the first person narration. So the beginning of the story shows us that how Uncle Podger forgets things easily, how he is not capable to do the task single-handedly, but he does not accept it and rather he blames others for not doing the task properly. As the story progresses, Uncle Podger is busy in his task of hanging the picture on the wall. But meanwhile, he drops the picture and breaks the glass of the frame. In attempt to saving the frame, he cuts his finger. His finger starts bleeding, but he is unable to find out his handkerchief which he kept in his coat, and now he could not remember where he has kept his coat. So he calls all members of the family to search his coat on which actually he is sitting. When they could not find his coat, he calls them fools. Actually, it is very ironic because he could not remember where he has kept his coat, but he is blaming other members of the family. So here it sets the mood of the story, how it is very sarcastic, how it is very comic, and how Uncle Podger very creates a kind of a commotion while performing the task. He misses the target on the wall. He beats his own finger. He drops hammer on the toe of children. So different kinds of accidents have taken place. Different kinds of situational, jokes have occurred in the story. Throughout the story, you could see Uncle Podger could not find his own things, but he calls all members in the house fools. He demands for different accessories and tools that used for hanging the picture. Now, how he hangs it on the wall, it is revealed at the end of the story. I'm going to read the last paragraph of the story, which shows how he is successful in his task and how he has troubled all members and how he has created commotion. I'm going to read the last 4 lines of the story. Then we had to find the rule and the string again, and a new hole was made, and about midnight the picture would be up, very crooked and insecure, the wall for yards round looking as if it had been smoothed down with a rake, and everybody dead beat and wretched except Uncle Podger. So he finally managed to hang the picture on the wall, but it is very crooked and insecure condition. So the story ends with the completion of the task taken out by Uncle Podger. But what has happened in between, it is very interesting, and the whole story is about this commotion. In the story, there are 6 characters. Among them, Uncle Podger is the central character. Around him, the whole story revolves. So it is interesting and important to know various traits of his personality. Uncle Podger is very comic and boasting kind of a character, who is also very accident prone person. His action and commotion create situational laughter. He is very proud of his abilities. He easily put blames on other members of the house. He troubles his children, but his wife, Mrs. Podger or Maria, she knows her husband well. Therefore, she mildly observes the whole commotion. The main part of the story is not what Uncle Podger does, but how he has performed the task and how he has managed to perform his duty. While studying the story, you should remember some key points. First point is the character sketch of Uncle Podger. What are the features of his character? And also you should remember the task taken out by Uncle Podger. Simultaneously, you should also focus on the roles of family members, how they support Uncle Podger, how they help Uncle Podger, and also you should not miss the attitude and behavior of Uncle Podger. Simultaneously, the approach of Mrs. Podger towards her husband. and the final result of the task. So various incidents, accidents that have happened in the story, they create humor, they make us laugh, and also you should focus on the setting of the story. You should focus on the dialogue of the story, the mood of the story, and the characterizations. There are only 6 characters in the story. Central character is Uncle Podger, and then we have 5 minor characters. They are Mrs. Maria or Mrs. Podger, a daughter, and 3 sons of Uncle Podger. So all these points that you should remember while studying this story. They will help you to understand, analyze the story. The last part of the story is the comprehension questions. You could see here on the screen, there are 3 types of questions. First is answer the following questions in 1 or 2 sentences each. Second is answer the following questions in about 30 to 40 words each. And third is answer the following questions in about 150 words each. These questions and their answers will check your understanding of the story. And about these questions and their possible answers, we will talk in the next lecture. Again, I request you, read the original story, read the actual story, because reading the original story will give you a complete idea, will help you to find out several minor details, and also the style of writing. So along with these points, you should read the story and prepare for the examination. I am sure you will enjoy this story and also you will like this lecture. We'll meet in the next lecture and discuss the comprehension question and their possible answers. So have a nice day. Thank you very much.